All right, person at the jail, could you please state your name for the record?
Catherine Shaddick.
All right, this is case number 254712 SD, the people of the state of Michigan versus Catherine Elizabeth Shaddick. Counsel, I know we've been asked to put this on for this afternoon. We doing a plea to a bond or probation violation? Is that the intent?
It is, Your Honor.
All right. So Ms. Shaddick was arraigned on the 19th on a probation violation for testing positive for alcohol on the 12th with a .016 result on SoberLink and a positive ETG, and tested positive for alcohol on the 13th with a .033, .030, and .026 on SoberLink. There was a prior violation on the 11th of this month for a positive ETG in which she admitted responsibility for that. Mr. Hartel, what are we doing today?
My client would do an admission violation, Your Honor.
Any objection to that, Ms. Lawrence? Ms. Shaddick, is that, have you heard what the attorneys have said the resolution in this case is? That you'll be pleading
Yes,
guilty to the violations? Has anybody promised you anything in order to get you to plead?
No,
Has anybody threatened you in any way?
no.
And is it your own free choice to plead?
Yes, sir.
You also understand that by entering a guilty plea to the probation violations, I could sentence you to what you could have been sentenced to under the original charge of operating with a high BAC, so 180 days. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right, will you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, you may put your hand down. And is it true that back on the 12th and 13th of this month, you were on probation with this court?
Yes.
And as a condition of your probation, you were not to consume alcohol?
Yes.
And you were subject to testing, is that correct?
Yes.
On the 12th of December, is it true that you had a positive result on the SoberLink device and an ETG?
Yes.
Is that because you had consumed alcohol?
Yes.
Then is it also true on the 13th that you had a positive reading on SoberLink of a .033, .30, and .26?
And that one I'm not sure what happened with, but I will say yes.
Did you have a positive blow?
Yes.
And is that because you had consumed alcohol?
Yeah.
You say that was some
Yes.
question. So had you consumed alcohol on the 13th?
No, I haven't.
Okay. When, do you know when the positive blows were? Were they in the morning?
It was like the failed one, I believe, was 10 p.m. I believe, when I had to go in for the test the next morning.
Ms. Recca, do you know what times it was that she was?
I do, Your Honor. She blew positive .033 at 9:47, the .030 at 10:07 p.m., the .026 at 10:25 p.m., and then the .018 at 10:56 p.m.
But Ms. Shaddick, you're saying you did not consume alcohol on the 13th?
Correct.
When was the last time you had alcohol?
It was the day prior.
So what time did you stop drinking on the 12th?
The 12th, it was only just a couple.
What's a couple? What were you drinking?
It was vodka again.
Okay. Straight or mixed?
Straight.
And how much did you have?
Probably 4 shots.
Over how long of a time period?
About 3 hours. 3-4 hours.
Mr. Hartel?
Well, I'll believe there's a factual basis of the violations, if that's the question of the court, Your Honor. She's committed, she's consumed alcohol, she's submitted the tests. I mean, some of the details might be fuzzy for her, but I believe she definitely admitted to violating the terms.
Ms. Lawrence?
I would agree, Your Honor. I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with how long alcohol stays in your system at that level.
Just double check something. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ms. Shaddick, when was it that you said you stopped drinking on the 12th?
Haven't time. Probably, say around noon or 1 p.m.
Ms. Recker, what time was the blow on the 12th that was positive?
She had two. There was a 0.016 at 9:15 a.m. and then at 9:35 a.m. she blew a 0.013.
But the ones on the 13th were late in the evening.
Yes. She did also have a prior one on the 13th at 6:52 a.m. that was 0.000.
Well, therein causes some issues. We can do a couple of things. We can do an adjournment. We can decide if you want the court to make a determination, or we can have a hearing on it. Ms. Lawrence, how do you wish to proceed?
Just so I'm understanding, the issue we're having is with the 13th positive test.
Correct. She's saying she didn't drink on the 13th. In the, the probation order doesn't say that you can't test positive. It says you can't drink. So to violate her because she simply had a positive test is the issue that I'm on.
I have no problem setting this for a hearing if the court would allow it at a later date when I can speak with Zach about these tests specifically. There's always the chance that we would dismiss the violations for the 13th and keep the other violations. I don't know what the defense has an opinion on that.
Opinion, ultimately realize that it's up to the court's discretion how to proceed. I know my client is motivated to resolve this issue. If the court was willing to make a finding today, and if the court were willing to somehow get this done today, whatever way the court people felt comfortable doing, my client has asked me to do everything I can to try to resolve it today. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Well, the issue we have is clearly Ms. Lawrence was expecting a plea to go through with testimony that she drank. That was what was expected today. So to hold her to forcing the court to make a determination when the testimony didn't come out as expected, I think is unfair to the people. So I am going to allow the request for the adjournment. we have to have it on Monday.
It's already set for Monday at 2.
We're set for Monday at 2. Okay, so we'll plan on having a hearing on Monday at 2. Or Mr. Hartel, if you need to regroup with her and take another stab at this on Friday, I'm more than welcome to try that.
Thank you.
Anything else for the record?
No, thank you.
All right, then we are adjourned until Monday. Thank you, Jail. And that completes the docket, right? All right, we are adjourned. All right, court calls the state of Michigan versus Marcus Paul Schwab O'Rourke, case number 254970FY. Answers for the record, please?
You could open, people.
And I'm Jeff Harrison, here behalf of Marcus O'Rourke. He's with me at the table. He has executed the waiver. Just for the record, Your Honor, he and I had a lengthy conversation recently wherein he agreed to execute this document, and I had intended to get it to him before today.
All right. I know we've attempted a few times to take a plea on this and we weren't able to do it. So, Mr. O'Rourke, is it your intent? I saw you sign it to bind yourself over to the circuit court.
Yes, sir.
And have you had adequate opportunity to discuss that with Mr. Harrison?
Yes, I have.
All right. Before I sign the bind over, is there anything else we need to discuss?
There is nothing within your control because he has to go back to Genesee, I believe on the 6th, right?
Yeah, I got a court on the 7th and I'm leaving on a writ. on the
Okay,
6th.
okay.
All
So
right.
we'll handle that with the circuit court if need be.
All right, then I will go ahead and sign this. All right, I have signed it and,
Thanks, man.
all right, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Harrison, you said you're waiting for a waiver to come through on Mr. Parrish.
I am, I don't, is there an original one in the court's file?
Should be.
I understand that as I'm 3/4 of the way here, but if you really wanted to stop me, I suppose you could. No.
All right. We, Mr. Parrish.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can I just send a message to Mr. Carnes and see if he's readily available just out here?
Sure.
Probably in the. this room.
All right, this is case number 253790FY, the people of the state of Michigan versus Robert Parrish. And we're set for prelim, but I see we're attempting to sign a waiver.
Mr. Carnes, if you execute the same. Good.
You can get. All right, Mr. Parrish, I saw you execute the bind over. Have you had adequate opportunity to discuss that with Mr. Harrison?
Yes, sir.
All right. Is there anything we need to address on the record before I sign it? Mr. Harrison?
Thank you.
Mr. Carnes?
No, Your Honor.
All right.
Good man, be safe, okay?
All right. That's it.
Okay, I have signed that. Thank you, Mr. Parrish.
See you,